Hello students, welcome back to Turning Point classes. In today's session, I discuss the third level questions of the second chapter of second PU physics, that is electrostatic potential and capacitance. As I mentioned in my first video, that third level questions are the questions which are beyond the second PU syllabus. Therefore, these questions require a few points which I borrowed from standard results. If you remember these points, it will become very easier for us tackling these questions. Let us see. Capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab of thickness T. So if you place a dielectric material of thickness T between the plates of capacitor, so these are the two plates of capacitor. Let us think this is connected to positive terminal, this is negative terminal. Then what is the capacity? C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D minus D plus T by K. If full gap is filled with the dielectric material, then D becomes T. Thickness of dielectric material becomes distance between two plates. In that case, this will disappear. T will be replaced by D. D minus D is equal to 0 plus T by K. K goes up. T, I will replace it by D. So then whatever the formula we have, C is equal to epsilon naught A by D for air capacitor. You will get K times epsilon naught A divided by D for dielectric capacitor. That means the gap between the two plates, when it is fully filled, the formula is available in our second PUC, that is K times epsilon naught A divided by D. They might have used epsilon r times epsilon naught A by D, or C medium is equal to epsilon r C air. But that much is not sufficient for us. We have to remember this one. From here we can get the equation what we have in our second PUC. Next, we come across between the plates of capacitor, if dielectric materials are placed in this way, so one of thickness T1, T2, T3, T4, dielectric materials with constants D is dielectric constant K1, K2, K3, K4, etc. If they are placed like this, then they look to be, this is one capacitor, this is another capacitor, one more capacitor, one more capacitor. These capacitors are in series. Series formula in capacitances. When capacitors are connected in series, formula is available 1 by Cs, 1 by C1 plus 1 by C2, etc. If you apply that formula and simplify, you get this equation. This equation we should remember. Next, capacitance of a capacitor with a conducting slab. That means conducting slab, let me take the metal of thickness T is placed. Take the help of this equation. Here, if I take a metal already we discussed in previous sessions. If you have not watched previous session, link is available. Go to that link and view those previous videos. Dielectric constant of metal is infinity. Something divided by infinity is 0. So therefore you get D minus D. So when you place a metal plate or metal sheet of thickness T, capacitance C is given by this formula. So this is obtained by taking K is equal to infinity. You will get this equation. This we should remember. Another one is between the plates of capacitor, you place dielectric materials like this. So this is one pattern, this is another one. Here the area is being changed. Here there is no change in area. All of them have area is the same, but only thickness is varying. So here area kept changing. So this is area A1, A2. Thickness is distance D. Distance between the plates of capacitor that remains the same. That is nothing but thickness of each slab remains the same. In this case, we take this is one capacitor, another capacitor, one more capacitor, another capacitor. When such type of pattern is given, capacitors are connected in parallel. So this looks like parallel connection. In parallel connection, net capacitance is familiar to us. Cp is equal to C1, C2, C3, add them C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus C4, etc. If you simplify, you will get this equation. This we should remember. So in many question papers, these type of problems are being given. So if you remember this formula, it can be done very easily. Otherwise, it becomes very difficult. Come back to the questions related to my discussion. Here we are given metallic plate of thickness T and face area of one side is A, which is inserted between the plates of a parallel plate A capacitor with separation D and face area A. The equivalent capacitance is, if you remember this diagram, so here we have put dielectric material. Of course, we can take even metal sheet also or a metal slab, we can put it. Say D is the distance between the plates of capacitor. T is the thickness of the slab. Maybe it is a metal slab or dielectric material. This formula you have to remember, C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D minus T plus T by K. So T is nothing but thickness. So T stands for thickness here. So T I put it thickness of maybe it is a metal slab or you can think of even a dielectric material. So if I remember this formula, of course when there are several slabs, second diagram is also given instead of one slab. Maybe it is a dielectric slab or a metal slab, doesn't matter. So if there are several slabs placed like this, so one of thickness T1, T2, T3 etc. Of course D is the distance between the plates of capacitor. Then the capacitance C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D minus T1 plus T2 plus T3 etc. This is one term like this. D minus T is there. Now D is the distance between two plates minus T. T is nothing but the thickness of dielectric material. Here in this case, sum of the thicknesses of various slabs. Next comes plus T by K when there is only one slab. Now we have several T1 by K1 plus T2 by K2 plus T3 by K3 etc. So these two diagrams, if you remember, this type of questions can be tackled very easily. Now here I am given a metallic slab of thickness. Metallic slab is given. Only one slab is given. I can use this equation which is available to me. C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D minus T plus T by K is given. So K is nothing but infinity for metal. For metal K is equal to infinity. If you take K is equal to infinity, something divided by infinity, finite value divided by infinity becomes 0. So therefore D minus T. It's a standard question. If you remember, that will be easier. So C is answer for this question. Next question is separation between the plates of a parallel plate capacitance D. Standard notation. A metal slab of thickness D by 2 is inserted between the plates. Ratio of capacitance before and after. So now just we discussed in question number 1. Before and after ratio we have to find out what is the capacitance before and after the insertion of a metal plate. First one is a metal slab of thickness D by 2 is inserted. Before that it becomes so I will put it as for the second question, capacitance before. So epsilon naught A and all these things I drop it, which is proportional to 1 by D. So before means it is air capacitor. So air capacitor C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D. This is before insertion. After insertion, let me take CA proportional to 1 by D minus thickness is given as D by 2. So this gives us 1 by D by 2, that gives us 2 by 2. Now I want a ratio. CB by CA is required for me. CB is 1 by D. CA is 2 by D. D goes up D by 2. So this gives us 1 by 2. The answer is option C. C is answer of this question. Coming back to the next question. A parallel plate capacitor with air as dielectric has capacitance C. A slab of dielectric constant K and having the same thickness as the separation between the plates is introduced so as to fill 1/4 of the capacitor as shown. The new capacitance will be. So this is the diagram given. Of course this question has appeared in case 07. Now if I take this type of capacitor, this is made up of two capacitors. So one is dielectric capacitor, another one is air capacitor. If I connect battery in my mind, so this is to positive terminal and this is to negative terminal. As we move from one plate to another plate, the potential difference across air capacitor as well as a dielectric capacitor remains the same. So therefore, these two capacitors look to be connected in parallel. So in parallel combination, potential difference or voltage is constant. Here, this capacitor, air capacitor, that is dielectric capacitor and air capacitor, both are connected in parallel. So this type of note just I discussed it. Let me recall that note whichever we discussed for this question. So C is equal to epsilon naught A1 K1 plus A2 K2 divided by T. This is what we have. Now A1 is the area. So area of dielectric material here it is given as 1/4. So 1/4 A I take it. Remaining area for air will be 3/4 A. So K1 dielectric constant here for first material, here it is given as K, I will take that. K2 is the dielectric material of this medium, that is A, that I will take as 1 and simplify. C is equal to epsilon naught. A1 is nothing but 1/4 A. K1 is K itself, that is given as K in the problem. Plus A2 is 3/4 A. K2 is nothing but 1 divided by D. This is equal to epsilon naught A. A 1/4. A 1/4 I take it as common. That gives us epsilon naught A/4. D also will be in the denominator itself. So I get K plus 3. Now if I observe answers in terms of C is given. Epsilon naught A divided by D can be replaced by C. C/4. K plus 3. So this is the answer which is there in option A. In the next question, a parallel plate capacitor of plate area A, separation D is filled with dielectrics of dielectric constants K1 and K2 and are of equal thickness. The net capacitance is 4 options are given. So this is the diagram given to us. So this type of capacitor. So when you place dielectric materials in this way, the capacitors look to be connected in series. This is how it is. Again same way. You connect a battery across the terminals of a capacitor. As you move from positive terminal to negative terminal to this capacitor, so there is a variation of potential difference. So variation of potential difference is being observed only in case of series combination of capacitors. So if you want to find what is the net capacitance, capacitance of this capacitor, capacitance of this capacitor, you find the net capacitance taking them in series. Instead use the shortcut note which is given, that is the final result. So which I have given just now. That final result what we have is C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D1 by K1 plus D2 by K2. Use this one. This is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D1. So D1 is the thickness of one dielectric material. The thickness is given as D by 2. Of course, the dielectric constant for this one is K1 itself. It comes like this. The other one is D by 2. Again, thickness is D by 2. Dielectric constant is K2. This one I have to simplify. So from here, I can take out epsilon naught A numerator as it is. D by 2 is taken as common. I get 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. This we have to simplify. These two moves are 2 times epsilon naught A divided by D. Here if I take LCM, I get K1, K2. So if I simplify, I get K1 plus K2 divided by K1, K2. K1, K2 I set it to numerator. Now epsilon naught A divided by D. So this much I can replace it by epsilon naught A divided by D can be replaced by C. So this gives us 2 times C divided by K1 plus K2. Another one. K1, K2 is also there in the numerator. So 2C K1, K2 divided by K1 plus K2. Of course here that C is not there, it is stopped there. So 2 epsilon naught A K1, K2 divided by D times K1 plus K2. This is what we have. So that option is available here itself. So C is answered for this question. So with this I end today's session. So we'll come back to the next class with a few more questions. So if you are not subscribed, subscribe to Turning Point Classes. Like the video, share the video with your friends.